Y'alls, how is it going? Listen, before I start this video, I would just like to say I was gonna do my hair, okay? But I have had food aversions for the last, no, not food aversions, coffee aversions, since the entire first trimester, okay? And I'm in my second trimester, and I recently got craving for black coffee again. And I just had an entire cup, and my caffeine tolerance is not as it was. And as I was doing my eyelashes, Southern Christina came out, and I said, listen, if I want to film this video with the energy that I aim to bring, I have to drop everything right now while I still have caffeine in my system. The amount that you're allowed to have when you're pregnant, just FYI, so don't come at me, please, okay? And I was like, I gotta film this because listen, this is an important video and I want you to stay focused, okay? Just kidding. You don't have to be focused if you don't want to. I'm just saying that, listen, I have wanted to film this video for such a long time, even before I was pregnant, because let me tell you why. I have watched videos like this 100 times since I got pregnant, okay? I have seen so many of these videos and they have been so frustrating to me because they were so vague. So today I present to you, these are the symptoms and how exactly I knew that I was pregnant. You might be watching this video and you might be freaking out and you're like, oh my gosh, maybe your period is late. Maybe you're hoping for a baby. Maybe you're crossing your fingers, you know, that maybe this is the time whenever the pregnancy test is gonna be positive, but it's too early to test, okay? I have been in your shoes, I have been there, and that is why I'm every single little thing, even before I knew I was pregnant, I wrote every single tiny thing down, and as I looked at it, I was like, okay, hold on. This is for sure different than what I normally experience, and I'm gonna share those little things with you, okay? Let's get started. Oh, also, this video is going to be TMI, too much information. So if you're a guy watching this, or if you're my little cousins, go ask your mom if you're allowed to watch this before you proceed with the video, okay? Just in case. Okay, let's get started, you guys. Now, before we get rolling, I know I already said that, I'm sorry. I will say I do know my body pretty well. So whenever there's something that changes, something that feels a little bit different, I can tell right away in my body because I'm usually very present whenever I feel some kind of pain. I try to figure out where it's coming from and if I caused it or maybe something some kind of food caused it or, you know, maybe I didn't get enough sleep and stuff like that. So I'm very in tune with my body. So whenever I started experiencing these symptoms, knew right away that something was going on, and I forgot to bring my ultrasound picture in the car. And by the way, I'm filming in the car because it was a beautiful, nice, sunny day today outside, and as soon as I pulled the camera out, it became cloudy, and it's already 7:30, and the sun isn't gonna set for another 4 hours, but it's still cloudy and not the best exposure, I guess you can say. So yeah, let's get started. It was about a week after ovulation, I started having cramps, and everybody knows this, PMS and pregnancy symptoms are so similar, but if you pay attention, there's actually quite a big difference in the cramps. Right away, whenever I started feeling these cramps, first of all, they came every single day, and I know that for a lot of people, period cramps also come every single day, but these were pretty consistent, almost around the same time. They happened at night whenever I was going to sleep, happened a little bit in the morning, throughout the day. And here's the thing, when you are having period cramps, first of all, for me, they were a lot more painful. For me, my period cramps have always been pretty painful. I haven't had to always been take painkillers or anything for them, but they were generally painful. These weren't painful so much as uncomfortable, and I will explain to you. So, you know, usually, this is a great angle. I hope my dad's not in the back watching. What is she doing? Okay, whenever you have period cramps, it happens in one spot, and it usually happens around your uterus. Let's say it happens bottom right part of your stomach, right? It just happens, and it's kind of a pinch and whatnot. Pregnancy cramps feel different. At least they did for me. They felt like they were spread. It felt like a long cramp, and it happened all at once. And it happened, the feeling of the cramp was very different than a period cramp. If you've had period cramps for 10 years of your life, you already know what it's supposed to feel like. This felt like something entirely different. It felt like a cramp, but it felt like somebody was stretching you and kind of pushing the muscle back and forth and back and forth. The cramp, I can tell right away something was different because I know my body pretty well, and I know what cramps are supposed to feel like. These cramps did not feel like period cramps. That's your first sign, is whenever you are experiencing weird feeling cramps, unusual cramps. Another one is, I'm sorry because a lot of these really match up to like PMS symptoms, but you have like breast pain that like is really, really intense. And I know some women don't experience this. I personally did though. It was pretty intense and it was a lot stronger than if I was like just getting my period. And the thing is, I heard that for some women even, their breast pain is so bad that when they're showering and like if they turn around towards the water and the water is spraying like their breast, it actually really hurts and they're like turn away from it, you know? So I know some people experience it a lot more than others. Me, I felt it a lot stronger than I do for my period pain, but it wasn't like so insane. And I will say too, they're very sensitive. Like they're not just sore, they're just really, really sensitive. Another symptom, I felt this very early on. I know there were some women who were saying like, you only start experiencing this after like 5 or 6 weeks. Around 5 p.m. every day, even like a week after ovulation, I was just so tired. At 5 p.m. every day, I'm usually tired after work. This was on another level. Like I was extremely tired. Like I was just like, dude, I'm ready to take a nap. And that's what I did. Like every single day I was going to take a nap. So I knew right away in my shift in energy levels, I get pretty tired. And the thing is, I'm the type of person, I have more energy for workouts after work than I do before work. And so most of my workouts I do after work. And for like a few weeks I could not work out because around that time in the day I was so tired. Just bring me food and leave me alone and that's it. Another really weird symptom that I felt personally that I knew something was off right away is I felt really sad. Like I was really, really depressed. And I will say that this hit around 4 to 5 weeks. I found out I was pregnant about after 5 weeks. I think it was about 5 weeks because my period was really off. Like if you've heard my other story, then I don't even remember, I've posted it in one of the videos. My prolactin was really off, so my period was always really late, so it was really hard to track to see like my body to see if I'm just like really late with my period or if I'm actually pregnant. So I found out around 5 weeks because I didn't want to test till way later. I was really sad, like for no reason. And it's not just sad, I truly felt so like down in the dumps. That was super weird for me because I usually take all my supplements, happy as a clam. I'm really like chattery. Even if you meet me in person or if you know me in person, you know that I'm generally pretty happy. So for me to be like sad and like, you know, it was like really weird, you know? So anyways, that was another weird symptom. So this next one, I know that there are some women who actually experience this later on. I experienced this about 5 weeks in. So this was around the time that I found out I was pregnant, but this was another kind of strange thing. I was insanely craving spicy food. Be totally fine eating spicy foods, but I had such an intolerance to spicy food as well. I would just eat straight up jalapenos off of like our nacho fries, if you know, you know, not batting an eyelid, and I just had a really big intolerance to it. And I was like, this is crazy because usually I'd be like crying and still chewing, you know, like it's so good you don't want to stop. But I was like, this is kind of weird. So anyways, around that time, after I was feeling those symptoms, I knew something was up. My husband went and got some tests for me. I was gonna wait to test the next morning, which was like after 2 days, I think, after my period was due. But I was like, oh, it's too early and it's nighttime, so it's for sure gonna be negative. But I knew I was pregnant, but I was like, it's gonna be negative today because my HCG hormone is probably really low. So anyways, that evening I was like, okay, I'll take it just to give you peace of mind. So I take it and it was a positive. That's when we found out. And that's why in the video I look so like, I have like my self-tanner on, if you haven't seen it, self-tanner on, my hair in a bun, because I knew it was gonna be negative, because that was my plan all along. Like, I really want to film my reaction, but just in case it's gonna be positive or just in case it's gonna be negative, whatever, I still want to look cute for it, you know? So it's like, okay, I'll film my reaction just in case, but I just looked awful. Like, if I knew that it was gonna come up positive, if I knew it was gonna come up positive and that there was gonna be enough HCG hormone in my body at night, like after I chugged a bunch of water an hour ago, I would have definitely made an effort to look cuter. And that's why I kind of look pretty like splotchy face tan and all of that. But anyways, you guys, those were my symptoms. I really hope this helped you out. And honestly, if you're one of those women too, like who's currently pregnant, or you just like love this topic and you're watching this video just for fun, name some of your kind of unusual symptoms, like early symptoms that you had. But yeah, I hope you guys watch it. I hope you guys watch this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I forgot to introduce myself. If you guys are new here, my name is Christina, and I'm pregnant and with our first kid. I'm super excited, and I'm just so thankful that you guys watched through this entire video. And you know, yeah, like I wish I had a super epic ending, but I don't. So we're just gonna end here, okay? Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next Friday, okay? Peace out.